Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Miller's Menu. We got a special one here today. Not going to be on the Blackstone. We are going to be smoking some meat. And by we, I mean my lovely wife, Tina.
Hi guys, today we're going to be using the Smoker Masterbuilt to do 3 different pork butts. I'm going to be doing it for an event for a friend of mine. And we are going to be using pecan wood for the smoker. And then as far as the rub, I'm going to be using a bourbon sugar rub and also like a buttery rub, a steakhouse rub. And then for the juices that I like to put in the smoker, just to kind of keep it moist in there, I'm going to be using Sprite and orange juice.
Awesome. So stay tuned and we're going to show the whole process from beginning to end.
All right, we're going to be using Grill Mates brown sugar bourbon. I'm going to be using 2 of these since I'm going to be doing 3 Boston pork butts. We're also going to be using Zatarain's Creole butter, which I really love to inject it with. We're going to be using some buttery steakhouse just to kind of mix in with the brown sugar bourbon. I normally love to use Henry's pecan rub, but since I'm doing this for an event and I don't know if anybody's allergic to nuts or anything like that, I'm going to stick with this one today. As far as like the pan to add the extra moisture at the bottom of it for the smoker, I'm going to be using the orange juice and Sprite. You can really use whatever you have on hand, beer, wine, apple juice, anything kind of citrusy just to add in that extra moisture. First, I'm going to inject the pork butts before I rub it. So we're going to be using the little injector here with the Zatarain's. And then after that, once I get them both injected, then I'm going to give them a good rub down. Going to put orange juice and more Sprite in here right now in the pan. Like I said, that's just to help keep it moist in here. I'm going to put it in here before I put the pork in. Just makes it a little bit easier. And some orange juice just to add some extra flavor into the smoke. Then we're going to add our pork butts. We've got 3 of them here today. Thanks. All right. And one more. All right, I've got them all in there. What I like to use is thermometers to keep track of them. Just the little probe thermometers just to help me keep an eye on them so I don't have to open it up, waste all the heat that's in there. So we're just gonna put that right here in the middle. And then we're gonna put this one right here in the middle. And then close her all up. Put this thermometer here, and I'll wash it down here in a minute, but we're going to plug it in, and I've actually got another Bluetooth reader inside, so it tells me what both these thermometers are at. Then we're going to set the temp down to 225. That's what I like to do it at. I like to do mine very low and slow. And then the time, I usually just keep it at as far as 24 hours. Just that way it can go all night, because I do more of a to a temp and not to a time. So that's it. We're ready to go, and we're going to smoke it all night. I like to add pellet wood to it. You can use wood chips too, different kinds. Like I said, my favorite's pecan. I usually just use the pecan pellets right now. And then we're going to add that in I like to add mine in about every 2 hours just to keep a nice light smoke constantly going. And I like the pecan wood because it's not too harsh. It's a nice light wood with my pork. Good morning, we're back, and it's been about 20 hours since we've been cooking this. I usually let my pork go to an internal temp of about 190 to 205. It can vary depending on the 3 different sizes. We're gonna pull out the pork today, and then we're gonna take it in the house and wrap them up, let them rest for about an hour, hour and a half. That way it just gets all the juices sealed back into it. So we're gonna take them out right now. That one's completely falling apart on me. Get her in there. And there we go. All right, we're just gonna wrap it with foil. We're gonna wrap it all the way around, get a nice good seal on it. Like I said, that's going to help all the temperatures come back down, keep the moisture in, get all the moisture back down into it. We're going to give it about an hour and a half. And then after that, my wonderful husband is going to pull it all apart for us. And then I always want to just make sure I get a lot of nice good foil in there. Get that all wrapped up real nice and good and tight around it. And then I usually just use beach towels. That just kind of helps keep all that heat in there and keep it all in there. All right, we're gonna let that sit. We'll be back in about an hour and a half. All right, it's been resting for about an hour and a half, so we're gonna do a little reveal here. Like I said, this just kind of helps keep all the juices inside and helps it cool down. It'll still be very, very hot, but there is the reveal. And as you can see, the bone's already just fallen right out of it. And over here as well, you can see the bone just sticking right out. And then my husband is going to get to shredding this. So he'll probably spend the next hour or so just shredding it all by hand and getting it all ready for the event.
We're back. This is the final product. I shredded it all a few minutes ago, as you saw. We're getting ready to head out, but first we've got to obviously taste test it.
Yep, and this, I'm going to let him be my taste tester for the day, as well as myself. It's really good.
It is really good. Super moist still. A lot of smoked flavor. That rub was good. Love it.
Really good rub. And this is about what takes 24 hours with doing the prepping, doing the rub, getting your smoking all night, and then doing the resting and shredding it. That took us right around 24 hours. So thanks for watching us. We hope you enjoyed.
We'll see you next time on the Miller's Menu.